I am Isatou Jallow. I'm a 23-year-old. I'm studying political science at the University of the Gambia in my third year. Also a minor in French. I live in Churchillstown. I was born in Banjul, number 12 New Street. I went to Mr. Kamara's nursery school, and from there I also went to Mr. Kandeya Kano International, where I completed my nursery school, I can say. And from there I moved to New Covenant Primary School, where I did my primary school from like grade 1 to grade 6. And then later I moved to St. Peter's Junior Technical School, where I did my grade 7 to grade 9. And then also went to SOS Hammond Minor Senior Secondary School for my grade 10 to 12. So I also used to be the former head girl of SOS Hammond Minor. That was in 2017 in my batch. So I graduated in 2017 from high school and then joined the university in 2018, and until today I'm in my third year. I think my journey started as a child growing up. I was from a very much primitive and conservative family. Both my parents were literally educated, I can say. So I was this child that really grew up like wanting to be something, I can say, because I was very much more passionate about like will I say like seeing yourself somewhere, I can say, because I was this one child that was committed into a TV, and then while I'll be watching people speaking or doing anything that I feel appreciated, that I would really see myself in their shoes, and then like I keep telling myself that I want to be this person tomorrow, that I will want to sit in the TV and then like we read the news and everything. So I think it was more or less like it was just like a whole child's dream, and then like having to like envision things to be like much more different. So from there I joined the Gambia Red Cross Society, where I started as a whole first aider. And then coming from the Red Cross, I did so many trainings with them, like from camps and everything. And then I did intensive first aid. I did first aid as well. And then like so many other trainings that I did with the Gambia Red Cross Society. And then I used to be in Talinding Home Red Cross Link by then. So from there I was also exposed to other organizations like Voice of the Young, where I used to be, and then we were more or less like a whole child advocacy organization, which was like under the umbrella of the Child Protection Alliance. And then this was like a whole organization that like really exposed us to trainings, trainings of child's rights, child protection and everything. So these were all platforms that really boosted me up into being a better person. And when it comes to more or less on speaking up and then like fighting for myself, I think this was how I started. So while I was growing up as well, I did like also work with other organizations like the Fawegam Alumni, where I served as a Secretary General, and then also Voice of the Young, where I did one serve as an Assistant Secretary General, and that was me taking minutes and then like all meeting minutes, minute recaps and everything, and then like also joined their core, which was the executive, where I also take meeting minutes and everything, and then still report back to the general meeting and everything. So these were all leadership positions that I took just to like really build up myself and then see how best I can really boost up my capacity as a girl growing up. So apart from that, also I think one of the reasons why I also joined the youth fraternity as to like the youth work and everything, it was because like I feel that there was so much that I could offer, like through the whole Gambia Red Cross, which was like a service oriented organization, whereby we were going to inter-house sports and then still want to offer first aid assistance like to students who were athletes and everything. And then also during trying times, let us say when we have food and everything, whereby we were going to community and then help them, during these times. And also just a lot more things that the Red Cross, offers, like within a country. So starting up from there and then like getting to exposed to much more bigger platforms like Voice of the Young and then Fawegam Alumni, and then like having to work with all these organizations really helped boosted me up. So while I was there, I was like also part of like the National Youth Parliament, where we did also voter sensitizations, and then as well election observations, I can say. So these are just few of the organizations that I have worked with and that have really boosted me up as a girl child growing up. I think one of my biggest achievement, I would say, it's like completing high school, because I never thought that I would really come this far. I never thought that I was like even gonna get to junior school, and I still made it to junior school. I never thought that I would like even come to senior school, and I still made it through senior school. And then today being in university like means a whole lot. And then I think this is one of my biggest achievements. Looking at where I come from, and then like what it really takes me just for me to get here. So apart from that, also one of my other achievements will be getting myself exposed to the outside world. That is like my travel trainings that I have done. One of it is the like Young African Leaders Initiative, which is like the YARI RLC, and then I was selected among other 8 Gambians that I went with to Ghana. So I did came home with the whole leadership award, which really contributed like a whole much more for me, because could you imagine like having 125 fellows in one program, and then like me being the youngest coming up with the leadership award means like a lot to me, because of it was like a big recognition for me to really come home with. So I think this is one of my biggest achievements as well. And also one of the other achievement that I made was me being in the Pan-African Youth Leadership Program, which was held in the US. It was like a 1-month fellowship training held in the US exchange program. I grew up wanting to study law, wanting to be a lawyer, like I said when I started as well. So all this while, I really worked hard towards it until when I had to sit to my WAEC exams, that I lost my mom. This was like within the first week of my WAEC exams, and then I was to have my official paper. So I lost my mom on a night before my first paper, and this really affected me at some point, because of I could say like all the studies that I have made just to like get that A grade, shifted for me, because these were really tormenting nights for me. That nights that I could barely sleep, and I could have still given away from my exams, but I still find the need of having to sit for it and then still do, even though I might not get like the whole perfect grade that I really endeavored for, but I can at least get something out of it. Because like I said earlier, finishing high school or even getting to this path was never was not something that I like even dreamt of, but I have made it this far. So I think what really kept me going was for the fact that I believe that I've really maneuvered so many challenges along the way, and then like getting this far, I couldn't have just given up at this juncture. So what happened was after my mom's demise, I had my exams, and then when my results came out, like I had 5 credits, and then I was very much hopeful that I was going to do law, until when I did my first application to the University of the Gambia, and then just to be told that I wasn't really accepted to do law, and I had to go to the admin, and then I was told that they have this departmental requirement that was soliciting for a C4 in English when I had a C5 in English. So this was like a whole paradigm shift for me, and then I was given a choice either for me to go and resit English to the Access program, or I should go and do it as a private WAS paper as well. So I said to myself that like the whole part of me wanted to study law was my dream and everything. But if at all I still have other chances of really going into another field, I can still go into it. So I'm looking at all the time that I will have to spend and everything. I really decided to go into political science. So then what happened was I did consulted admission officer, and then asked if there were any other courses that I could have done, despite the fact that I have a C5, even though my results was at least on an average level. So I did made up my mind on doing political science, which I thought I wouldn't really enjoy, but now of course I'm enjoying it, because I have really built a whole passion around the diplomacy and the international arena, I can say, which have really exposed me into understanding foreign policy and diplomacy as well. And then along the while I have also done few law courses that I have really enjoyed and everything, and I think it is so fitting. So studying political science was not my first choice, but also I do not also regret studying it or choosing it, or having to do it right now. I could have been a victim of arranged child marriage, and I did, escape all of that. So when I was in grade 6, I had a choice to choose either getting into into a marriage setting and then having to go to school. But I did choose going to school because I believe that I really wanted to change the narrative, like I said earlier on. This has been my dream, and then it has been my passion. So I chose going to school, and then not likely giving into a whole marriage setup. So I did escape, but again the journey was a bit harder for me, because I had to really have my guard up and then still watch out for myself as much as I can. I can remember when I was in my seventh grade, and then this whole issue of marriage came up, and then I was given a choice of either going to school and then having to get married, and then having this whole threat of my school fees not being paid, that I should start going to look for scholarship or whatever, and then still being in the dark of not knowing where should I go and get funds from, what should I do next, what is going to be my fate and everything. She stood by me, and then even though she couldn't support me financially, I can say, and then one thing that I was sure of, if I should have even go and ask for that money, she should have given it to me, but I still found need of trying to do it on my own. So I could remember there was this building at an NTC junction that was under construction, and then what I did was every day after school I would go and meet those masons there, and then I would ask them, if I am to mold a brick for you, how much are you gonna pay me? So that was where I raised part of was it my 50% balance school fees that I did had to pay to St. Peter's, and then I got it from there. And I never said this to my mom, I can say, because I really have this dream of having my education through, making it through life and everything, because I said earlier, I really wanted to change the narrative of my family, and then my narrative as a girl child, and then being the first girl child to really complete high school, and then to the extent of coming into university, really means a lot to me, because I feel that I'm getting emotional right now. Getting emotional. Alright. So literally, I'm the first girl child to complete complete high school in my family, and then also enroll for university education, I can say. So looking back at my struggles and then everything that I really had to went through just for me to come this far, I really have no regrets, and I find it much more inspiring for myself that I have really break through the glass ceilings of making it this far, despite the struggles, despite everything that I really had to go through, But I keep saying that my mom was a very integral part of my journey, and she did not really get to witness, seeing me to graduate of high school, and then just having to wake up one morning and then to be told that she's no more. And this was within my grade 12 exams. It was like one of the most critical stage of my life, because this was what was going to determine my future. How will it be like? Because this is the same result that I have to present for me to get into tertiary institution, and I still had to, fight to just for me to make it this far. But I'm grateful. It's been a very much rusty journey and so many achievements along the way. And I really dedicate all my achievements, all my accomplishments to her. And for wherever she is, I pray that her soul continue to rest in Jannah. So I think I will get it out to the girls out there, because I feel that they will really, I think this story purposely fit for them, because I feel that they're the ones who are growing up and everything. One thing that I keep saying to my siblings is that life is just what you make it. We do all have our own challenges and everything, but we do also choose like our own paths. And even though fate and destiny lies down there, but like it is just who we are, and then like it is just what we just want to make up ourselves. Because I really had a chance of just being any other rampant out there, because like I said, my dad and my mom are not educated. I could have just keep bringing bad grades to them, and they will not know and they will not realize it for themselves. But again, it is not just about them. It was just about me. It was basically where I really wanted to see myself someday. Will I sit and then reflect back and then like be happy and then still celebrate myself? So you just don't give up on your dreams. Keep striving, keep fighting. I'm sure it is gonna be something rusty, because like they keep saying, Rome was not built in a day. And then like for the fact that like you know yourself better than any other person, I can say that should be something that you should always challenge yourself to. And then like you should not do things because of you feel that people are watching over you. I could remember I came across this quote that says, discipline is not just when people are looking at you, but like discipline is when like nobody's looking at you, and then like you're still doing the right thing. So you just choose a life for yourself, and then like you work towards it, and you'll be there. So it's been a rough journey for me. At the same time, beautiful moments that I've shared with people. And I want to take an opportunity just to say thank you to few people in my life that I cannot really say thank you to. One of them is Nyaah. She has been one person that I have looked up to since I met her. I can say like all this energy, all this inspiration was really driven from her story. I heard her share her story, and I think that was the day that my life turned around. And I keep saying this always, but I think this is in a bigger platform that I can scream your name, Nyaah. Thank you so much. You are the reason why I am here today, I can say. And like I keep saying, to my mom, I can't really thank her enough. I'll just keep praying for her soul to continue to rest in eternal peace. And then to my father, yes, thank you very much for looking over me for the past couple of years, and then for having your bicycle to be my my vehicle that I can ride and then still go to school. And then to the entire Mbayan family, these people were absolutely amazing and great, that they really rendered me a home to stay, and then like a roof, and then give me food. And then to like one of my one-nose friend, Kumbambai, I appreciate you big time, and I thank you for everything. And then to my foster father, I can say, Nick Rokop, thank you very much for the support and everything that you have offered me over the years. And then to one gentleman that have really supported me all this while and have been pushing me, Abdullah Singate, Isatou Jallow, you all are amazing. Jadia to Basatang Dumbuya. every other person, like, I'm just saying thank you. I cannot really figure out all the names right now, but these are people that I am really grateful for having. And then to my very own mother, who have looked over me when things were much more critical with me, which is Bajan named Fatumbai. That is like this Bayan family still. I'm grateful and I appreciate you all. So and then like a big thank you to SOS Haman Minor Senior Secondary School, and as well Uncle Nyundo Drame of Child Protection Alliance. You know, I'm really grateful to you all, and I couldn't really. My thank yous are not enough. I feel that I can find a better word or like a better thing to say to you people, because you are the reason why I am here today.